What is going on, YouTube? Northeast Ohio Sports Cards here for another PSA reveal. That's what these little boxes mean. When you see one of these little boxes show up, it's like Christmas. So 6-card express order. We'll get into the details here in a minute. Before we dive in, like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff down below. Don't forget the eBay affiliate link. If you are going to make any eBay purchases, consider using the eBay link. It does help out the channel. Regardless of what you are going to purchase, just click the little link, do your little search, and away you go. With all that being said, let's rock and roll. Okay. 6-card express order. This was received. Let me rephrase. Arrived at PSA on February 13th. It was checked in 3/3. So March 3rd, and it came back to me. I am recording this Monday, May 10th. I just got it out of the mailbox. The interesting thing with this order is I mentioned it in the one from a week or two ago. This one was an express order, which is the faster turnaround time, arrived before my regular order, but I got the regular order back faster, if that makes any sense. My regular order arrived 2/20, so 7 days later, entered 3/9, 6 days later. Slower service, but I got it back about a week and a half faster than this one. So 6-card express order. This is a mix of Marvel 90 and 91. And once again, I know the grades because I am on hashtag team look, not hashtag team no look, like some people are. I cannot resist. So here we sit with me already knowing the grades. So let me get these out of the boxes. Or out of the box, and we shall do a little reveal. Bubble wrap. Nice little stash of this laying around for future outbound shipments. All right, so I have some cards still up on display from the last order that I did, or that came in about a week or so ago. Pretty much all that I have left are these two Wolverine PSA 9s, that Hulk, and this Wolverine brown suit actually just sold this morning. So prices continue to remain decent on 10s. I got about $550, $600 for this. I think it was $600. I don't remember. So PSA 10s of main characters are still holding really good value. The PSA 9s are holding okay value if you have a key character. My Wolverine, I had 2 of this. I sold one for about 100, 110. I had some other ones that all sold for around 100. 100 seems to be 100 to 125 seems to be about the going rate. So there is still good profit to be made on these, just not as much as you were making in January, February, March. That is not surprising as more have come on to the market. However, the gem rate, the PSA 10 rate, is still quite low, specifically on 90 Marvel MU, the Series 1. That's these ones here. I've been tracking it since February 1st. It's about a 23% PSA 10 rate on at least a few thousand cards. So 10s are tough. So I think 10s will maintain pretty decent value. As long as you can pull the 10s, I think you'll do okay. If you submitted at regular or express, like I submitted these at express, I'll do fine because I hit a couple 10s, spoilers. And the 9s I should be able to break even on, if not maybe make just a little bit. And I'm fine with that. You know, you make your profit on the 10s, you break even on the 9s, and you're good. So with all that being said, let's get into the cards. And the first one we have, let me actually zoom in here. First one we have here is Wolverine brown suit, and I zoomed in too much. Same card as the one back there. And I thought this one looked really solid, and I was correct. This pulled down the 10. Now, funny story about this card. Right when the Marvel boom happened and this stuff was going wild, I went to a comic shop in the Akron area, Kenmore Comics. They had binders and binders and binders of this stuff. I bought some holos and I flipped through and bought a couple singles. Most of them I did not think were anywhere near gradable condition. This one I thought looked pretty solid. So I think I bought this card for about 50 cents out of the binder. Now, to be fair, like I said, I looked through probably 1,000 cards. I found 2 that I thought had a chance at grading. Another one is in this order, actually. So this came back at 10. So you can find cards in the old school boxes, but it is not easy to do, let me tell you. So I'm into this card for 75 cents plus the $75 grading fee. I should be able to easily get 500 to 600 out of this, if not more. We'll see. So nice turnaround on this guy. I may even actually end up keeping this. Once I knew I had a second one coming, I was more willing to let this one go, because this is one of those situations where when you have the card in hand, you don't want to let it go. So that's the first one up the bat. Second one is a Punisher. I have another story time behind this one. I went through my cards from when I was a kid, which I had in a binder, and flipped through them just like everyone else did in February, and looked to see if anything was gradable. I thought this one was decent, but it did have a soft corner, so I was hesitant to send it, but I sent it anyways just to kind of see, and it did come back a 9. So I'm not surprised by this 9. I'm trying to remember what corner it was that I did not like. Yeah, I don't think you could see it on camera, but that right corner is a little soft. Just a little soft. I noticed it. So I was hesitant to send it for that, but it looked pretty well centered. And it pulled a 9. Like I said, not surprised by that. Once again, at $75 a card, I probably won't make a ton on this, but I should be able to sell this no problem for a profit. So let's look at Series 2. 91 Series 2. I have not seen a ton of these on the market. I sent a handful of these in. Most of these were ones that I pulled from the box that I opened on stream, that I recorded a box break of this. And I didn't have a ton of, I kind of held back on this a lot. A lot of the main characters that I opened, the cards were not in good enough shape, whether that be like dinged corners, centering was bad, etc. So first up the bat, we have a Wolverine, and this one pulled a 10. Nice looking card. Always really like the artwork on this. I definitely think this is the better looking of the card, the 90 versus the 91. But I always like the look of the 91 too. Just like the pose, like the way that he's kind of like walking at the camera, if you will. But a cool little set here. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do with this one yet. I might sell this one and keep the other one. We'll get to that one in a second. But I'm really happy with 2 Wolverine 10s. That's about as best as you could do on an order for these. So we have a second one of those cards. This one did pull a 9. And once again, these are ones that I pack pulled. I don't remember if I saw anything particular on either one of these cards that I thought one might grade a little lower than another. Centering's a little off on this one, top to bottom, but not enough for it to take a 9. There could be something else going on that I missed. This edge down here at the bottom looks a little suspect. I don't know if you could see that with the glare or not. Looks a little rough. Not bad. But yeah, PSA 9, I really don't know what these go for because there's not a lot of sales data on these. So I'm going to assume it's going to go for probably a little less than what those go for, but I don't know. So we have quite the little Wolverine collection going back here now. I really do like the way these look slabbed up too. The red of the superhero actually plays off the red of the PSA label. So it's almost like it's color matched HGA wise, even though it's not. So that was our second Wolverine from 91. And then the next 2 are both Venoms from 91, and they both got PSA 9s. Once again, not sure what these go for. These ones, I was a little concerned with top to bottom centering. Centering's really tricky on this 91 set. You got to kind of judge it by on top to bottom on how thick or wide this section of the card looks. That's a little too narrow. Like if you look at the one that got a, oops, wrong card. Like if you look at the one that got a 10 compared to the 9, you could see how above the superheroes and supervillains on the right, it's just a little bit thicker than the one on the left. Now, I don't think that's the specific reason why this got a 9. I'm assuming there's something else probably going on. I just don't know what it is without looking at the card a lot closer. But these both caught 9s. These both had very similar centering. So maybe it was the centering that did me in. PSA does seem to be grading centering on the Marvel stuff pretty tough. I don't know if that's just because it's more noticeable and it affects the eye appeal of the card or what. Or once again, I could have just missed something else. But a nice looking card, not his quote unquote rookie card because he did have a card in 90. But still a pretty cool looking card. I always liked the way the bluish purplish of the Venom played off of the bluish purplish of the border of the card and the gray. So that's it. Pretty small order, pretty short order. 2 PSA 9 Venoms, a PSA 9 Wolverine, PSA 9 Punisher, and then the 2 Wolverine 10s as the main gems of the set, if you will. So overall, actually fairly happy with this return. So I opened the box for these, opened this I bought in the loose. I don't remember what I'm into this for. I'd have to check the spreadsheet. This submission, these 6 cards at Express ran me like $475 with shipping the whole 9 yards. So let's just assume on the low end, I can get another $500 to $600 out of this. This essentially pays for the submission. And then this, the rest of these will cover, will be all profit. Because I'm really not into these cards for that much. This box of Series 2 that I ripped was a box that I bought back when they were like $75 a box. So, and you know, this should probably, I don't really know what these go for. I'm going to guess probably 400-ish, 300-ish, 400-ish, maybe 500. I don't know. There's probably not a lot of comps on this. So let's say this covers the submission cost. This is about 400. Let's say 350, 300. Let's be conservative. Let's say 3. So that's 300. And then let's say I just got 75 back a piece on all these. That's 3. And or that's 3 right there. 150 and 150 for 3. Plus this at 3 would be about a $650 profit. Give or take. Like I said, I think some of these I'll be able to get over 100 for. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that is that. If by chance anyone is interested in anything, let me know. I will be happy to cut a deal off eBay at a lower price. I had a couple viewers reach out to me about some other stuff and sold some stuff that way. And I think it worked out well for both of us. I hooked them up with a pretty decent deal on a couple cards, and I didn't have to mess around with eBay and all that stuff. So if anyone is interested in anything, reach out to me on Instagram. And that goes for the stuff in the back too. This one's sold. But if anyone is interested in either of these Wolverine PSA 9s from 90 or the Hulk in an 8, this one's probably not. I'm going to probably eat a big loss on this one, but it is what it is. But my X-Men PSA 6 from the last submission, the Mystery 6, we're holding on to this one. We're going to let this one ride. I'm keeping this one. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys and girls today. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're going to make some eBay purchases, use the eBay affiliate link down below. With all that being said, we will catch you on the next one. Peace.